Yeah. Third time is the charm. Yeah, this is the third time. Filming myself here with the camera. Anyway, it's actually the same day, but it's a lot later in the day because before I was swimming, I was like, yes, 3 times. It's a good amount to start with. It's a good amount to start with, but like for a day, like exposing yourself for something 3 times felt like, yeah, it's a good amount. But then after I done my 2 times, I did make some food and so on, and my head was like, yeah, good job, and you have done 2 times. It's enough. You don't need to do anything more. You have exposed yourself enough times. You have been so good, and yeah. My little brain did trick me like many other times. Anyway, I have brushed my hair and changed clothes. But yeah, the brain is actually really funny on that. Like, it can trick you so easy because it's you, and it's not you, but it's part of you. But because it's part of you, it know how to trick you. Like, all your thought process go through the brain, so the brain is a part of everything of that and see everything that you process like thoughtful. And yeah, it sometimes it doesn't want the same thing as you do. Like, it want to be in this safe zone I talked about, like this safe place. And if like this, exposing myself on camera isn't in the safe place, not at all. So, like, you want me to expose myself as little as possible because it doesn't know what happened if I do, and also because my brain knows how I am, and even if I say like now that I don't know if I will put it up or like that, I'm pretty sure I will put it up because when I'm afraid of something, I just do it. So just because I do film it, I know I will put it up, which means that for the brain to keep in the safe zone needs to make sure that I don't film it. Yeah, I'm drinking water this time. I thought that, yeah, tea, I have had enough tea for today. I did look on the second film I did, and I started to talk about like anxiety and so, but then I just rambled away and started to talk about something totally different, or not totally different, but I did talk about different stuff. So yeah. Now these first times I don't really care what I talk about, or having a big like having a structure on it, like I just chat. But yeah, I wonder how I should do with the headlines because I do talk about small things, about different small, like I talk small about a lot of things. It's hard to do a headline for it. It's better when you talk like a lot about little things because yeah, you get more in depth with this and so. But yeah, not today. Not today. Right now I'm just sitting here with the camera and tries to make something out of it. And just to, yeah, shut my brain up and shut emotion up. But yeah, the brain is actually, I really love the brain. Like, it is so good, but people often think that the brain and them are the same because they think that the thoughts are the same in them as them, and the thoughts comes from this brain, and some thoughts is you, but many thoughts are just thoughts that your brain does. And that's the thing, like, the smarter you are, because if you're really smart, your brain need to be smart because it need to like process that kind of thought. So if you're smart and the brain is processing that kind of things, actually I think that the brain is harder on you, because then it has the capacity to have this thought and to think like that. So yeah, it goes against you, like, or no, not against you, like the brain purpose is to protect you, is to make you in the safe zone, to make you safe, to protect you, like handle any situation like that, just to make you survive. Like, it's the brain's job to make you survive, and it's so good at it. But the thing is that most of the times we don't need help with surviving, because we do have food, we do have everything we need. We don't need the help with surviving part. And stuff we are afraid of isn't really dangerous always, like, so. So the thing is that the brain have its purpose, but sometimes it doesn't need. You don't need that information. And that's the thing, that it's hard to think. I think it's hard to know exactly what you should do or which path you should go, because if your brain have two options, like go this way or this way, if one way is more safe than the other, it will see every pro. You will hear every pro about the way that is safest. You will hear every con with the way that isn't the safest, which means that you think that it is your thoughts, and you think that, yeah, I want this way, I want to go this way, but in reality you might not really want that. You don't know, really. It's just your brain who says that this is the safest way, so I make you want to go that way, because there, I know you're safe there, it will be good, okay there. Yeah. So it's very hard for people to do, like, to do decisions based on themselves, based on what they truly want, or where they truly should go, and where they should will end up happiest. Because most of the times they just make choices depending on where they are safest, and where they are safest are most of the time closest to where they are now. And if they aren't happy now, how big chances is that the choice that is closest to where they are now is the choice who will make them happiest. And that's the thing also. People go around like these happy people, like they act like they are happy but they aren't. Like, they have had this weekend and they talk all about what they did on the weekend, and they so fun, they did this, they did this, this, did this. But in reality, they didn't have fun at all. Like maybe they had a little bit of fun, but they aren't happy. They just did all this and talk about it and pretend to be happy, but they aren't. And people are so, oh, they have so fun, and people are like sometimes a bit jealous about them, and yeah, they are like impressed about that person, like, oh, he did this and this and this, but why should they? Like, if a person just go around acting happy but aren't, why should you be impressed about that person? Yeah. And that's the thing, like, people go around and do the same thing over and over again and hope that they will be happy, but they just act happy. They aren't really happy. And then they wonder why they aren't happy. And the thing is that if they do the same thing year after year after year, and they always are unhappy, why does they think that doing the same thing year over year over year again will make them happy. It won't. Like, of course, you should try stuff, and you can try things for like a year, see if it helps. Like, really, really try it for a time, so you see if you get any results. But when it doesn't work after years, why continue doing the same thing? And people just go on this and do that and act like everyone is no, okay, not everyone is acting, but a lot of people do act. And you like, I see them and I see they're acting and I see that they're talking about this wonderful weekend, but in reality they're just so tired and just feel like, what the fuck? And I just feel like, why do you even, like, why brag about stuff that didn't even make you happy from the first time? Although they do get a little bit happy, like people give them compliments and say, oh, you did that, oh, that was fun. Like, you get like this emotional response and people look up to you, and so yeah, maybe that's why. But I don't know, for me it's like, why do you want people to look up at you? Like, shouldn't you just be happy instead? Like, the being happy should be your goal, not to impress people, not to be like someone that everyone is looking up to. But people forget that. People just think that they will be happy if people look up to them, or if they have this fake image that they will be happy, but they won't. It doesn't work like that. I know. I have like, yeah. When I grew up, I had this image like everyone thought that I was happy, but I wasn't. Like, I struggled a lot. Like, not like struggle like people see a struggle. Like, I had food on my plate. I had two parents who loved me. I had a lot of things that people think that, yeah, you should be happy. You have all this, like, but that's the thing, that emotionally I didn't have a lot. I was really unhappy. Like, the the times that people thought that I was the happiest is the times where I did think about taking my life because I was so miserable, and people just thought that I was happy. Like, it doesn't show at all at people when they don't, when they are like unhappy. It doesn't show because you have this acting face, like, so everyone just thinks something, and you act like that every day, so you're really good at acting on it. And right, I don't act so much anymore. Like, sometimes I act like, when I talk to people that I don't want to drag them down. Like, I'm a person who don't want to drag people down. I want to bring people up, which means that I do hide a lot of stuff, a lot of times. But that is more like, it's more about, I don't want them to feel bad, and less about keeping my act together and make people think that I'm a perfect person, because I'm not. And sometimes I do want people to think that I'm more normal than I am. But yeah, the most acting when it comes to happiness is more about not dragging people down with me. Like, I want to lift people up even if I am down, which isn't, like, everyone should have that. Like, you shouldn't do that to bring people up when you are down, because that is hard. But for some reason I have always done that, and I don't know, I have always done that, and that is probably something I should stop doing, but I'm not good at stop doing that. Yeah. Yeah. anyway, like what I'm saying is that because people are acting like you don't see it, you can't see their emotions. Some people can see other people's emotions, and I can often see other people's emotions. But people, even if they can see emotions on other people, they sometimes can't get to my emotions because I can manipulate my emotions. Like if I am around someone that I know is good at spotting how people feel, I just close those bad emotions up and just get this calmness around me so they don't see it. And I'm really good at covering it up because I've done it like all my life. Or all my life, like from when I was 7, I think. And that's the thing that right now I see all these people who does it all the time, and it's like they don't really they don't really want to change because they don't try to change. Like they don't test new things, and with new things I mean new approaches to life. They just go around and don't see stuff. They they are up in their head and they are doing this like all free time they have. They need to book this. Like they need to do so much so they don't see the whole picture. You need to rest too. Like everyone need to rest. Then rest does look a bit different from different people, but everyone need to rest. Everyone need to feel like do everything. Like they can't just go around acting happy. For some people, you need to act happy. Like if you are in a miserable place, one way to get out of that miserable place is to act happy and then just get up those emotions. But you can't start with that. Firstly, you need to really feel those negative emotions. You need to let those out. You can't just cover it up, shut it down, and just go. You need to get it out, get over with it, and then you can start pretending and then you get happy. You can't like just shut it out, pretend to be happy, and then think that you will be happy. It doesn't work like that. And people are so afraid of negative emotions. Like they are afraid to be sad or angry. And the thing is that I think people have just stopped feeling those negative emotions, so they are afraid what happens if they do. And like they are afraid of not getting up again. Like if I do really feel this emotion, like I really feel this sadness or angriness, will I come up again? Will I be happy again? And I think that they are afraid for the answer. Or actually, they are not afraid of the answer because the answer is, of course, you will. You can come up from it again. But they are afraid of finding it out because they don't know the answer yet. Or they maybe think that, oh, of course I will get back again, of course I will be happy again, but they don't really truly believe in it, and that is why they don't just give in to the feeling, just get it out, deal with it, and then go on. Like you need to really feel emotions sometimes, even the bad. You need to feel them, get over it. Next time when you get like something come up, so you should think about that time again. The emotion won't be as hard and as strong as it was the first time because you have got it out of the system. So it's not so much who is growing there anymore. It isn't a hard place to be at. It is a lot easier place to be at. Yeah. People need some time to really just figure out stuff about themselves, figure out their emotions, figure out where they should go. Don't just listen to the brain. That's also the thing. the brain very often just want to shut down emotions because the brain is also afraid that, like, if you don't feel an emotion, they know that, oh, you will be in the safe place. If you feel emotions and you really feel something, they don't know that you will be safe. If you are really angry, maybe you go on someone, and then you are not on the safe place. Or if you're really, really sad and you feel like everything is not worth it, it can't be it can't be sure that you don't go and kill yourself. So the brain wants you in this safe place. So it also wants you to shut down those emotions. But the thing is that you need to get it out. You need to like express it, like get it out of your system. And that's also the thing, like the brain like how we are programmed, but how we're working. We want the pleasure and wants to avoid the pain. And negative emotion is like pain. And that was how we survived, like how we knew that we can eat this, we can do this, we should not fall from a tree, it hurts, because we don't want to hurt ourselves. Like we work like that. And that is also like negative emotions. We feel them and we don't want to. And we need to feel them so we can get them out. People, like, it's like this philosopher, he said that I am because I'm thinking. Like, the thoughts is him. He knows he exists because he's thinking. But the thing is that thoughts are just a part of you. Like, it's just something what the brain does, and you also have thoughts, and the brain, it goes from there. But you're a person and you have thoughts, like you can think, like you can dance. You can say that, oh, I am because I'm dancing. Like you can dance, you can think, you can do a lot of stuff. But it isn't your thoughts that defines you, it isn't the dancing that defines you. What defines you is hard, because everything isn't black and white. Every person have stuff that they are more like or less like, or yeah. But the thoughts aren't you, and thinking that they are you will do stuff a lot harder. It will be a bit harder, because when you think that your thoughts aren't you, like it's just a part of you, then you can figure out so much more, and you can have more perspective and just look more clear on stuff. Like this way thing that I talked about before. Like if you just think that thoughts is a part of you, not you. So when the thoughts come up, then when the brain says like, oh, you have this, now it's this or this way. This way you have all these good things, is the safe way. And this way you have all these cons, like it's the unsafe way. If you then think that, oh, yeah, my brain wants this is the thought pattern, that is what my brain wants. But yeah, I want to know what cons this has. You start to think about the cons, about the safe way. And you start to think about the pros, about the unsafe way. Then you can have a little bit clearer perspective and just take a deep breath and skip the fear. Say, I will be okay on both ways. Which one do I want? And don't let the thoughts get to you too much. Don't let the brain get to you. Like, have you said that you should do 3 exposure to the camera on one day, the first day? Don't settle yourself with 2 just because your brain is a bit erratic and says that it is enough that you have been good. Yeah, I have been good to have done too, but now when I'm here on my third, I have been a lot better. And actually, I think I should stop here. So, yeah, thanks for listening to this ramble. Bye bye.